Welcome to Daily Devos. Today I'm going to share about how being a follower of Jesus has changed how I deal with family and those in my friend circle who let me down, especially those inconsistent friends who are at times your closest, most reliable confidants. As a pastor over the years, I've been asked, how do you forgive a friend or family member who betrayed you? My short answer is Romans 5:8. But God demonstrated His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. When I think of all the ways I let down Jesus, how many times I need to ask Him for forgiveness, and the fact that He knows every way I have and will let Him down, and He's still willing to die for me, how can I not forgive others? A great example of one of Jesus' closest friends, Peter. When I think about the Apostle Peter, a few things comes to mind. Outspoken, strong, stubborn, and flawed. In John 21, Jesus asked Peter, who was a fisherman and spent hours fishing unsuccessfully, to cast his net on the right side of the boat. Peter's first objects. He had to be thinking, yeah, what I'm doing is wrong. But Peter did as Jesus said and caught more fish than he could have imagined. Jesus did not say, told you so, or get mad at Peter. No, he understood people have doubts. We question, and that's okay. So do our friends. In Matthew 16, Jesus tells his disciples that he must be killed. Peter rebukes Jesus, tells that it will never happen. Wow, what was Peter thinking? Peter is bold and a little stubborn, like many of us. Jesus didn't drop Peter. Jesus understood. Often we confuse our worldly view for his. Just as our friends often think they know what's best for us, not knowing the full picture. Jesus confronted Peter and then tells Peter and all the disciples that as a follower of Christ, we must put our will aside and put God first. Lastly, what many consider Peter's greatest failure as a follower of Christ, Peter denies Jesus 3 times. 3 times. How would you respond if a friend denied you 3 times? Jesus knowingly was going to his death, and his closest friend denied him 3 times. Even knowing that, Jesus forgave him, but it had to hurt. Jesus did not cut Peter off. No, after Jesus died and rose again, he reinstated Peter. He reassured Peter, placed him back as a disciple. In John 21, Jesus asked Peter 3 times to take care of his followers. Jesus forgave Peter. He invited him to keep following him. Peter might have messed up a lot, but Peter was also remorseful. Like Peter, we're going to mess up. Our friends and family are going to mess up. But if we are remorseful, if we seek forgiveness, God is there waiting to forgive us. So the next time someone wrongs you, apologize. Forgive, just as we need forgiveness. Remember, a true friend will fall short. In fact, we as friends will often fall short. But the key to being a good friend is forgiving. When we are wronged, and to confess and seek forgiveness when we have wronged someone else. Thank you and God bless.